If you've been asking yourself, why is my dog scratching so much, and you're looking for veterinarian-approved home remedies and natural ways to help at home, you're in the right place. Before we get into the solutions, let me show you a situation that millions of dog owners experience. It's 3:17 in the morning. The house is completely quiet, except for one sound: scratch, scratch, scratch. Your dog shifts across the floor, stops for a moment, then starts scratching again. A few seconds later comes the chewing, then the licking, then another restless lap around the room before collapsing back onto the bed, only to repeat the same cycle. You reach over to comfort them, gently run your hand through their fur, and suddenly notice something you hadn't seen before: a patch of irritated skin hidden beneath the coat. A question immediately races through your mind: is this just dry skin, or is something more serious going on? For millions of dog owners, that moment marks the beginning of a frustrating journey filled with uncertainty, internet myths, expensive products, and countless opinions that often leave them more confused than when they started. But here's what many people don't realize: not every itchy dog needs a complicated solution, and not every home remedy you see online is actually safe. If you've been dealing with an itchy dog, you already know how exhausting it can be. You vacuum more because of the shedding. You wash the bedding more often. You inspect every inch of your dog's skin, hoping you'll finally discover what's causing the problem. Some days your dog seems perfectly fine. The next day, they're scratching non-stop again. It's frustrating because you love your dog, and seeing them uncomfortable makes you feel helpless. Many loving pet owners begin wondering if they're missing something important. Did I buy the wrong shampoo? Is it the food? Could it be fleas even though I don't see any? Is this seasonal or something more serious? These are completely reasonable questions, and you're certainly not alone in asking them. The truth is that itching isn't a disease by itself. It's a signal, a message from your dog's body that something is irritating the skin, the immune system, or the environment around them. The challenge is figuring out which factors you can safely manage at home and which situations need professional veterinary care. By the end of this video, you'll understand why dogs itch in the first place, the common mistakes that often make the problem worse, 4 veterinarian-approved home strategies that may help support healthy skin in many dogs, and the warning signs that mean it's time to schedule a veterinary visit without delay. Most importantly, you'll leave with a simple daily routine that can help you care for your dog's skin more confidently, without relying on myths or miracle cures. What you'll learn today. Here's our journey together. First, we'll uncover why dogs itch and why the answer isn't always as obvious as it seems. Then we'll look at several surprisingly common mistakes that many caring owners make without realizing it. After that, I'll share 4 veterinarian-approved home remedies that may help support healthy skin in appropriate situations. And finally, we'll build a simple daily skincare routine you can remember long after this video ends. So let's start with the question that almost every itchy dog owner asks first: why is my dog scratching so much? Imagine your dog's skin as the walls of a house. When those walls are strong, they keep unwanted visitors outside. But if tiny cracks begin to appear, moisture escapes, irritants sneak in, and the body's natural alarm system immediately switches on. That alarm system is what we recognize as itching. Scratching itself isn't the real problem. It's your dog's attempt to stop whatever their body believes is causing irritation. Sometimes the trigger is relatively simple. Dry indoor air during the winter can remove moisture from the skin. Pollen, grasses, or mold may cling to your dog's coat after a walk. Dust mites hiding inside bedding may irritate sensitive dogs throughout the year. Other times, parasites like fleas, even just a few flea bites, can trigger intense itching in dogs that are especially sensitive. Some dogs also develop allergies to certain foods or environmental allergens, while others experience skin infections that develop after repeated scratching damages the skin barrier. That's why 2 dogs with nearly identical scratching behavior can have completely different underlying causes. And that's also why no single home remedy works for every dog. Vet tip: if your dog's itching is accompanied by open wounds, bleeding, pus, a bad odor, significant hair loss, swelling, severe pain, or if they're scratching so intensely that they can't rest, it's important to contact your veterinarian promptly. Home care should never replace professional evaluation when symptoms are severe or worsening. Now here's something that surprises many dog owners. Often the scratching itself becomes part of the problem. Think of it like repeatedly rubbing a mosquito bite. The more you scratch, the more irritated the skin becomes. That irritation causes more inflammation. More inflammation creates more itching, and before long your dog is caught in what's known as the itch-scratch cycle. a repeating loop where scratching further damages the skin, making it even itchier. Breaking that cycle safely is one of the biggest goals of good skin care. Fortunately, there are several gentle, veterinarian-approved habits that may help support your dog's skin while also reducing everyday irritation. But before we talk about what helps, we need to clear up a few common mistakes that can accidentally make itching worse. Because this next section may save your dog from a lot of unnecessary discomfort. Common mistakes dog owners make. The first mistake is assuming every itch has the same cause. Many owners immediately blame food because they've seen dramatic claims online. While food allergies can happen, environmental allergies, parasites, dry skin, and other skin conditions are often more common explanations. Changing foods repeatedly without guidance may not solve the problem and can make it harder to identify the true cause. The second mistake is bathing too often with harsh or heavily scented shampoos. It sounds logical. If the skin is itchy, wash it more. But frequent bathing with products that aren't designed for dogs can strip away the skin's natural protective oils. Instead of helping, the skin may become drier and even more irritated. The third mistake is trying viral internet remedies without checking whether they're actually safe. Dogs have much more sensitive skin than people, and some ingredients promoted online can irritate the skin or become harmful if a dog licks them afterward. Remember, natural doesn't automatically mean safe. The safest home remedies are the ones supported by veterinary evidence and used appropriately for the right situation. So if those common mistakes aren't the answer, what actually helps? That's where the first two veterinarian-approved home remedies come in, and one of them is probably already sitting in your kitchen. Now comes the part you've been waiting for. While there's no single home remedy that can fix every cause of itching, veterinarians often recommend several simple, supportive strategies that can help protect the skin barrier, reduce irritation, and make many dogs more comfortable, especially when the itching is mild or related to dry skin or environmental irritants. Let's start with one of the oldest and most trusted options. Number 1, a soothing oatmeal bath. If you've ever used an oatmeal lotion on dry, irritated skin, you've already seen this idea in action. Colloidal oatmeal, finely ground oatmeal specially prepared for skin care, contains natural compounds that help calm irritated skin, support the skin's protective barrier, and reduce moisture loss. That's why you'll often find it in veterinarian-recommended dog shampoos made for sensitive skin. A gentle oatmeal bath may help wash away pollen dust and other environmental allergens while leaving the skin feeling more comfortable. But here's the key. Less is often more. Bathing too frequently can remove the skin's natural oils, so follow your veterinarian's recommendations and choose products specifically formulated for dogs. Veterinarian tip: never use human shampoos on dogs. Human skin and canine skin have different pH levels, and products made for people can disrupt your dog's natural skin barrier. Number 2, support skin from the inside with omega-3 fatty acids. Healthy skin starts beneath the fur. Omega-3 fatty acids are healthy fats found in ingredients like fish oil. They're well known for supporting normal skin function and helping maintain the body's natural inflammatory response. Think of your dog's skin like a brick wall. The skin cells are the bricks. Healthy fats help strengthen the mortar that holds those bricks together, making it harder for moisture to escape and easier for the skin to defend itself against everyday irritants. Unlike an oatmeal bath, this isn't an overnight solution. It may take several weeks of consistent use before noticeable improvements occur, because the body needs time to incorporate those healthy fats into new skin cells. For safety note, always speak with your veterinarian before starting any supplement. Not every dog needs one, and the right product depends on your dog's age, health, diet, and medical history. If you've ever dealt with an itchy dog, I'd genuinely love to hear about your experience. What seemed to trigger the scratching? Was it seasonal allergies, dry skin, fleas, or are you still searching for answers? Share your story in the comments. Your experience might help another pet owner who's going through the very same thing. Now here's the part that surprises many owners. The next two remedies don't involve special supplements or expensive products at all. Instead, they focus on something your dog encounters every single day: their environment. Number 3, clean paws and coat after outdoor adventures. Imagine taking a walk through a field filled with pollen and then going to bed without changing your clothes or washing your hands. That's essentially what happens to many dogs during allergy season. Grass pollen, dust, mold spores, and other environmental particles cling to the fur and especially to the paws. Once your dog comes inside, those tiny particles continue contacting the skin every time they lick, scratch, or lie down. A simple routine can make a meaningful difference. After walks, gently wipe your dog's paws with a clean, damp cloth or pet-safe grooming wipe. If they've spent time rolling in grass or hiking through heavy vegetation, brushing the coat can also help remove loose debris before it settles deeper into the fur. It's quick, it's inexpensive. And for dogs with environmental sensitivities, it may reduce repeated exposure to common outdoor irritants. Number 4, create a skin-friendly home environment. Sometimes the problem isn't outside, it's inside your home. During colder months, indoor heating can make the air surprisingly dry. Dry air pulls moisture away from the skin, and that may contribute to dryness and itching in some dogs. Maintaining reasonable indoor humidity and providing fresh water at all times helps support healthy skin hydration. Regularly washing your dog's bedding, vacuuming areas where they spend time, and reducing dust buildup may also help decrease exposure to environmental allergens. None of these steps are dramatic on their own, but together they create an environment that's much friendlier to healthy skin. Let's connect everything we've discussed. Think of your dog's skin as a castle wall protecting everything inside. When that wall is healthy, it keeps moisture in and harmful irritants out. But once the wall becomes damaged, tiny openings begin to appear. Allergens enter more easily, moisture escapes, inflammation increases, the nerves in the skin become more sensitive, and your dog feels itchy. Each of today's home strategies supports that protective wall in a different way. Oatmeal helps soothe irritated skin and supports the skin barrier. Omega-3 fatty acids nourish the skin from within over time. Cleaning paws reduces repeated contact with outdoor allergens. A healthier home environment minimizes ongoing irritation and helps protect the skin's natural moisture. None of these remedies claim to cure allergies, infections, parasites, or underlying diseases. Instead, they support the body's natural defenses while reducing everyday irritation. That's an important difference, and it's one veterinarians emphasize every day. Vet warning. If your dog's itching continues despite these supportive measures, or if symptoms become more severe, don't assume it will simply go away. Persistent itching may be caused by allergies, parasites, skin infections, hormonal disorders, or other medical conditions that require a veterinary examination. The sooner the underlying cause is identified, the sooner your dog can receive the most appropriate care. Healthy skin isn't built in a single afternoon. It's built through small, consistent habits repeated week after week. Regular grooming helps you notice changes before they become serious. Routine flea and tick prevention reduces one of the most common causes of itching. Balanced nutrition supports healthy skin renewal. Scheduled veterinary wellness visits help identify problems early, sometimes before your dog shows obvious signs of discomfort. Remember, your goal isn't to eliminate every scratch. Even healthy dogs scratch occasionally. The goal is to recognize when scratching becomes excessive, persistent, or associated with other signs that deserve attention. That's where attentive pet owners make the biggest difference. Before we finish, here's one simple routine you can remember every day. I call it the 60-second daily skin check. Once a day, spend just 1 minute with your dog. Run your hands gently through the coat. Look between the toes. Check the ears. Notice whether your dog is licking the same spot repeatedly. Look for redness, flakes, unusual odors, bumps, or areas of thinning hair. Finally, ask yourself one simple question. Has anything changed since yesterday? Those 60 seconds may help you catch small problems before they become much bigger ones. Today we learned that itching isn't a diagnosis, it's a message. We explored how healthy skin works, why dogs scratch, and why the itch-scratch cycle can keep irritation going. We talked about common mistakes that many caring owners make without realizing it. Then we covered 4 veterinarian-approved home strategies: a soothing oatmeal bath, supporting skin health with omega-3 fatty acids, cleaning paws and coats after outdoor activities, and creating a skin-friendly home environment. Most importantly, we finished with a simple daily routine that helps you stay connected to your dog's health every single day. Your dog doesn't expect you to know every medical answer. They simply trust you to notice when something feels different. That's one of the most powerful gifts we can give our pets, our attention. You don't have to be perfect. You don't need expensive gadgets or miracle cures. Small, thoughtful habits practiced consistently can go a long way towards supporting your dog's comfort and well-being. Every time you learn something new about your pet's health, you become a more confident, more informed, and more compassionate pet parent. And that's something your dog benefits from every single day. If you enjoy veterinarian-approved pet health education that's practical, evidence-based, and easy to understand, be sure to subscribe and join us for new videos. Together, we'll help our pets live longer, healthier, and happier lives.